What if the story of Heartland isn't over? What if Season 19 is the moment Amy Fleming's journey takes a turn that no one expected and whispers of Ty Borden's presence return to the ranch? Heartland is not just another TV show, it's a world that millions of fans have carried in their hearts for years. The story of family, horses, and the challenges of love on the Canadian prairies has become more than entertainment. It's become a part of people's lives. Viewers from around the globe have grown up with Amy Fleming, her bond with the horses and her family's fight to keep the ranch alive. But among all the relationships and stories, one name always rises to the surface: Ty Borden. His love story with Amy has been the emotional heartbeat of the show, and even though he left the series in a heartbreaking twist, fans cannot stop asking the same question. Could he return? As Season 19 approaches, that question grows louder than ever. The community of fans online is buzzing. Social media pages, fan groups, and forums are filled with theories, speculation, and even hopeful fan-made trailers imagining Ty riding back into Amy's life. Some say it's impossible. Others argue that in the world of Heartland, anything is possible. The show has always been about hope, healing, and second chances. That is what makes the wait for Season 19 so emotional. It's not just about another set of episodes, it's about closure, renewal, and the continuation of a story that has touched lives for almost 2 decades. Imagine the opening of Season 19. The camera sweeps across the golden Alberta prairies, horses galloping freely under the rising sun. The familiar ranch house comes into view, and we hear Amy's voice narrating her thoughts. But this time, the narration feels different, heavier, wiser, and more reflective. She has carried the weight of Ty's loss for seasons and audiences. No, it has shaped her as a mother, daughter, and horse whisperer. But in that stillness, in that quiet moment, the show might hint at something unexpected. Could it be a memory? A flashback? Or perhaps the return of someone long gone? That mystery is what makes this upcoming season so powerful even before it arrives. Heartland has always thrived on emotion. It's a show where a single look between characters can speak louder than a dozen lines of dialogue. It's where a simple moment with a horse can break your heart or heal it. For fans, Amy and Ty's love story was more than television. It was a reflection of real life, with all its beauty and tragedy. And even now, years after Ty's exit, fans still feel his presence in every frame. Amy's strength as a single mother is inspiring, but the shadow of her great love continues to follow her story. Season 19 has the chance to finally address those lingering emotions in ways we may not expect. But this season is not only about Ty and Amy, it's also about the family at the core of Heartland. Jack, the wise grandfather whose words have guided the family for years. Tim, whose complicated journey as a father continues to evolve. And the younger generation who remind us that the legacy of the ranch is not just about the past, but about building a future. Together, they make Heartland more than a love story. It's about resilience, family bonds, and the idea that even through heartbreak, life must continue. And that's why fans are so drawn to Season 19. This isn't just a continuation, it's a promise. A promise that the world of Heartland still has lessons to teach us, that it still has emotions to stir, stories to unfold, and moments that will leave us in tears, in laughter, and in awe. For Amy Fleming, the journey is far from over. Whether Ty returns in reality, memory, or spirit, his presence will always define the ranch, the family, and Amy's path forward. So, as we wait for the official release, one thing is certain: Season 19 is shaping up to be one of the most talked about and emotionally powerful chapters in the history of the show. The ranch gates may look the same, but what happens beyond them could change everything. Every new season of Heartland feels like a homecoming. Fans don't just wait for a premiere date, they count the days, mark calendars, and build conversations around when the ranch gates will open again. With Season 19, that anticipation has grown to a fever pitch. The question echoes across social media, YouTube comments, and fan forums. When is Heartland Season 19 coming out? So far, the network and producers have kept their official announcements close to the chest. That silence has only fueled speculation. some reports suggest. The show has already entered pre-production, with writers shaping the arcs and scripts. Others believe cameras are preparing to roll across Alberta's breathtaking landscapes in late spring or early summer, which means a possible late 2025 release. The pattern from previous seasons gives us clues. Typically, Heartland seasons begin filming in the warmer months and then premiere later in the year, often in fall. If that tradition holds true, we could see season 19 airing between October and December of 2025, but Heartland is not just any series, it's one of the longest-running family dramas in television history. That legacy makes every update significant. When cast members share behind-the-scenes photos, when producers drop even the smallest hints, fans dissect every detail. For instance, when Amber Marshall, who plays Amy Fleming, posts a simple image of a horse or the Alberta prairies, fans immediately wonder if it's connected to the upcoming season. Graham Wardle, the actor behind Ty Borden, has also remained a central figure in speculation. Though he officially departed years ago, any public statement he makes is analyzed for signs of a possible return, even in a guest or flashback role. The most recent official word from the Heartland team emphasizes that season 19 is being crafted with great care. The producers know that audiences are not just viewers, they're family. They have been with this show for nearly 2 decades, which means the creative team carries the weight of both expectation and respect. Season 19 isn't being rushed. It's being nurtured. Every storyline, every piece of dialogue is being shaped to honor the legacy of Heartland while still pushing the characters into new emotional territory, and this is why fans should be excited. A season that takes time in development usually means deeper storytelling, stronger character arcs, and more cinematic production. The crew has been known for their ability to capture the raw beauty of Alberta in every frame, and if season 19 follows the trend, we're going to see even more sweeping landscapes, heart-stirring sunsets, and powerful horse sequences that mirror the emotional journeys of the characters. Let's imagine the rollout of the official trailer. The screen fades to black, and then the first sound is a soft voice, Amy's voice, reflecting on everything she's lost and everything she still hopes to find. We see quick flashes, Jack walking the ranch fields, Tim saddling a horse, Lou balancing family and leadership, and Amy standing quietly in the barn. Then, the image of Ty, maybe just a photograph, maybe a flashback. That single moment would send the fandom into a frenzy. And that is exactly the kind of energy that the release date announcement could deliver for longtime followers. The release of a new season is more than just watching television. It's tradition. Families gather to watch together. Fans across the world stream the show as soon as it's available, creating online discussions that span countries and time zones. The release of season 19 will not just be a date on the calendar, it will be an event, a reunion, a reminder of why Heartland has lasted this long. The secrecy around the official release may feel frustrating, but in truth, it's part of the magic. It builds suspense. It allows the creators to perfect the story while keeping fans' imaginations alive. And if history is any guide, when that announcement finally drops, whether it's through CBC's official channels, a cast interview, or a surprise teaser, the world of Heartland will light up with excitement. Until then, the waiting is part of the journey. Fans are rewatching past seasons, sharing theories, and holding on to hope that season 19 will deliver not just a continuation, but a new emotional chapter. The release date may still be a mystery, but one thing is certain: when it arrives, it will mark another unforgettable moment in the history of a show that has become a global treasure. Asterisk. One of the most powerful reasons Heartland has survived nearly 2 decades is its cast. These characters are not simply actors playing roles, they've become companions to fans, guiding them through life's highs and lows. When people think about Heartland, they don't just see a television drama. They see Amy Fleming, Jack Bartlett, Ty Borden, and the family who has carried the ranch through heartbreak and triumph. And as season 19 approaches, the question of who will return and how their stories will continue sits at the center of the anticipation. At the heart of the show is Amy Fleming, played by Amber Marshall. Amy's journey has always been tied to horses, but her story is just as much about love, resilience, and loss. From her teenage years discovering her gift of horse, whispering to her role as a mother after Ty's tragic departure, Amy has become the emotional anchor of the series. In Season 19, Amy's character promises to evolve even further. She has already shown us how to survive loss, but now the writers may focus on how she redefines herself, not only as a mother, but as a woman whose future is still unwritten. Fans long to see her embrace new challenges while never letting go of the memories that shaped her. And then there's the question that keeps fans awake at night. Will Ty Borden return? Graham Wardle's exit from the series broke hearts around the world. Ty's death wasn't just another storyline. It was a turning point that changed the entire tone of the show. Yet his presence lingers in every barn, every horse run, and every quiet moment Amy spends looking back. Rumors swirl constantly. Some whisper about flashbacks. Others hope for dream sequences, and a few dare to believe in a miraculous return. Whether or not Ty physically comes back, one thing is certain: his shadow will stretch across Season 19, reminding us of the love story that made Heartland unforgettable. Of course, Heartland is much more than Amy and Ty. The ensemble cast has carried the show's heartbeat for years. Jack Bartlett, portrayed by Sean Johnston, is the soul of the ranch. His wisdom, stubbornness, and fierce loyalty to his family make him a fan favorite. In Season 19, audiences expect Jack to face new challenges, whether it's guiding the younger generation, protecting the ranch, or delivering the kind of heartfelt advice that has become his signature. Jack isn't just a character. He's a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in old age, there's strength, guidance, and hope. Tim Fleming, Amy's father, remains one of the most complicated and fascinating figures in the series. Played by Chris Potter, Tim has gone from a troubled past to a man constantly searching for redemption. His storylines often balance on the line between frustration and inspiration. In Season 19, viewers anticipate Tim continuing that journey. Will he finally find peace within himself, or will old conflicts resurface? His relationship with his daughters and his place in the ranch's future are threads that will almost certainly be woven deeply into the new season. Lou Fleming, Amy's sister, brings yet another dimension to the show, balancing her role as a leader, a mother, and a family member. Lou often embodies the pressures of modern life. Her storylines resonate with fans who juggle careers, relationships, and family commitments. As the mayor of Hudson and a woman navigating personal growth, Lou's arc in Season 19 may take surprising turns, challenging her to balance her dreams with her responsibilities. And let's not forget the younger generation. Georgie, Katie, and Lindy each represents the legacy of Heartland, showing us that the story doesn't end with Amy or Jack. It continues through the next wave of dreamers and caretakers. Fans are especially eager to see Georgie's future. Will she pursue her Olympic dreams with horses? Will her personal life unfold in ways that mirror Amy's past? Lindy, Amy's daughter, also carries enormous emotional weight. As she grows, every scene she shares with her mother reminds fans of Ty's absence, but also of the love that remains. Season 19 is expected to give each character a chance to shine. From the core family to the extended ranch community, their lives intertwine in ways that feel real and authentic. That's the magic of Heartland. The characters are not superheroes, they are people. They make mistakes, they heal, they love, and they grieve. And that humanity is why fans feel so deeply invested. Ultimately, the cast of Heartland is more than a group of actors. They are storytellers, guardians of a world that has touched millions. Season 19 offers them another opportunity to show U.S. growth, conflict, healing, and perhaps even unexpected reunions. Whether Ty returns or remains a memory, the characters who stand by Amy will continue to carry the torch. And fans will be right there with them, ready to cry, to smile, and to feel every moment as if it were their own. The story of Heartland has always been more than just what happens on screen. For nearly 2 decades, it has been about connection between horses and people, between family and community, between loss and healing. As season 19 approaches, that connection feels stronger than ever. The world may have changed since the first season aired, but the ranch, the mountains, and the values at the center of Heartland remain timeless. That's why the anticipation for this season carries so much weight. Fans aren't just waiting for episodes. They're waiting for the next chapter of a journey they've lived alongside for years. Season 19 promises to deliver all the ingredients that made Heartland iconic: breathtaking landscapes of Alberta, the warmth of family dinners, the quiet wisdom of Jack, the fiery determination of Tim, and the resilience of Amy as she continues to guide horses and heal people. But beyond the familiar, there's a promise of growth. These characters are not frozen in time. They evolve with every challenge, every heartbreak, and every triumph. That evolution is why audiences remain glued to the screen. Season after season, the emotional heart of this new season will likely continue to be Amy Fleming. Her strength, forged in loss, is what inspires millions of fans worldwide. Every moment with her daughter Lindy is a reminder of the love she once shared with Ty, and every choice she makes is shaped by that history. But now in season 19, Amy stands at a crossroads. Will she open herself up to new beginnings? Will her daughter carry forward the legacy of hope and resilience that defines Heartland? These are the questions that make season 19 more than just another continuation. It feels like a pivotal chapter. And yet, no discussion of Heartland's future is complete without addressing Ty Borden. His presence, or even the memory of it, continues to ripple across the ranch. Fans can't let go of the possibility of seeing him again, even if just in flashbacks, dreams, or Amy's reflections. Whether or not he returns, Ty will always be a part of Heartland's DNA. His love story with Amy isn't just a subplot, it is the very foundation upon which the series built its legacy. Season 19, in many ways, carries the responsibility of honoring that love while still allowing the characters to move forward. For longtime fans, the closing moments of each season often feel like personal memories. They don't just watch Heartland, they live it. They see themselves in the struggles of the Fleming family, they find comfort in the advice Jack offers, and they feel hope when Amy heals a horse that everyone else had given up on. That is what makes this series special. It doesn't only tell stories. It heals, inspires, and reminds us that even in the hardest seasons of life, there's a way forward. Now, as we look toward season 19, the sense of reunion is almost overwhelming. Imagine the first trailer dropping, fans gathering online, pausing frame by frame, analyzing every word, every look, every moment. Imagine the flood of emotions as we see the ranch again, hear the familiar music, and know that the journey is far from over. That is the magic Heartland brings. It isn't just television, it's family, it's tradition, it's hope. And here is where you, the audience, come in. The story of Heartland is not just written by its creators, it's carried forward by you. Your passion, your conversations, your theories, and your love for these characters are what keep this show alive. So, as we stand on the edge of season 19, the question isn't only about what the show will give us, it's about how we, as a community, will embrace it. So now, let's turn the spotlight to you. What do you want to see in season 19? Should Ty return in some way, or should Amy's journey move into completely new territory? Which characters do you hope get more screen time? And what moments do you think will make us laugh, cry, or sit in stunned silence? Share your thoughts in the comments, because every voice adds to the chorus of what makes this fandom so powerful. Finally, if you want to stay part of this journey, make sure to subscribe, follow, and keep watching for updates. This isn't just the end of a video, it's an invitation to continue walking through the gates of Heartland together. Season 19 is coming, and it promises to be unforgettable. From the rolling hills to the quiet barns, from the laughter around the family table to the tearful moments under the stars, the heart of Heartland is still beating strong. And when the new season arrives, we'll be ready together. Because in the end, Heartland is not just their story, it's ours.